Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjalihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranari Sodalana Rajana Yashodanandana Radheshyamdasdevotionalvideos. Reduce cantilever. Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की श्री श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभा की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समावेत गौर भक्तवृंद की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। We will continue where we left yesterday. I will quickly show you what I spoke yesterday and then continue further. See, in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.5, the purport Prabhupada writes, morning is the best time to hold spiritual services. he writes. Because that is the time all the Shaunakadi rishis, they offered a seat of esteem to Sutta Goswami, and Sutta Goswami is occupying the seat and going to begin speaking Srimad Bhagavatam for many, many years to come. And that Bhagavatam will be spoken by Sutta Goswami, and thousands of rishis are assembling. There in that purport, Prabhupada writes there that morning is the best time to hold spiritual services. So yesterday we discussed about these dangers of missing the morning program. So 3 examples we discussed. You remember that? Forgetful souls suffer. So morning program is actually a time for reorientation, because what reorientation we want to do? We are all eternal souls, servant of Krishna, but our mind gets occupied with the thought that you are the job, you are your positions, your struggles and things like that. From material orientation to spiritual orientation. Therefore, the morning program is kept. And it's a daily reorientation. Otherwise, slowly, our spiritual identity is forgotten. Like you will see, the nature of the material world is that things always go down. You open a banana cover and leave it on the table, it gets oxidized. You cut an apple and leave it open, it gets oxidized. You will see that. In the same manner, you will see that getting down the staircase is more easy than climbing up a staircase, isn't it? Similarly, the flower in the morning gets dried up in the evening. You will see that. So, in this way, the material world has a nature of always going down. That is why reorientation is required for us. Actually, the difference between matter and spirit is the spirit is ever fresh. Matter, you will see that it undergoes depreciation, decay, and when we see anything from a material point of view, it becomes dull. Therefore, to keep our spirits always fresh, and for that, we need this reorientation, daily reorientation. To avoid forgetting our spiritual identity, we have to remind ourselves. Like one boy was asking a question. If you say we are spirit souls, it should be very natural for us. Remember, I am spirit soul. Why do we forget it and we have to struggle so much? So I asked him, if you go to college, it's natural for you to study. Are you studying? No, I am playing. He said, yeah, why do you play? Already your father has paid money, joined the college. I said, living entities are naughty in this world. Being naughty, we don't want to do the right thing. Our conditioned tendency is to do the wrong thing. And then we have to be pulled to do the right thing in the beginning. But later on, like for example, Prabhupada says when a child gives up his playing proclivity and then he takes a higher engagement of study and in a disciplined manner, then he grows, he says. So a little bit of discipline is required in the beginning for anything to do. Like for example, doctor says don't eat junk food, eat pure food. It takes some amount of effort to do that. Although natural food is healthy for us, we go for the junk food. Therefore, we want to go from the wrong route to the right route. We need reorientation. That's the first thing. Otherwise, you'll become forgetful and covered over. Second thing, the danger of weak defenses, which means entering the battlefield unarmed. This was another thing we were discussing yesterday. Every day is a battlefield of senses and mind. Illusion is waiting from the moment we step outside. Going to work without attending the morning program is like a soldier going to war without his armor and weapons. The chanting, the prayers, the philosophy, all these things are our armor, you see. And without them, we become vulnerable to, lust, anger, greed, and every. It's actually practically experienceable thing. One day, morning, our chanting is not good. The daytime, we lose control of our speech, mind, behavior, and everything. So one has to actually wear the armor of, the chanting and the morning prayers and the philosophy of Bhagavatam, everything. Wear the armor and then go out. Thirdly, the danger of slow leak. I was giving the example of the boat, leaking boat. Leaking boat will drown us. Similarly, the taste is something which keeps us going on and on. persistently. But if we don't consistently do the morning program, we miss day after day, month after month, then slowly the taste fades. It's not an immediate thing, but it's a gradual thing. Then the result is what? How do you know that the taste is going away? The kirtan doesn't move us. Kirtan is going on, we don't feel like dancing. The prasadam looks like ordinary food and philosophy becomes theoretical, isn't it? The slow leak is more dangerous than a sudden fall also. Because sudden fall, at least you can see that you have fallen. Slow leak is dangerous. Like when Titanic was drowning, people were playing badminton, inside the ship. They were in another happy mood because they didn't know that, it is drowning slowly. So, therefore, spiritual life, when it is happening slowly, the slow leak is coming in. It's a very risky thing. So, in this way, the spiritual risks are loss of momentum in sadhana, weakening of japa quality, gradual erosion of taste and shastra and kirtan. So, increase the stress and mental clutter, you see. Disconnection from spiritual identity, feeling isolated from devotees, uninspired. So in this way, overall, what is social risk? The temple culture becomes weak. Nobody is there in the morning. More the devotees, merrier it is. Less devotees, it's scanty population, who will be attracted? See, if brahmacharis come for the morning program, many boys become very inspired to come. Similarly, if grihasthas come for the morning program, even the children, even the women, and even the older people, they all feel that, oh, temple is very colorful, let's go. Everybody wants to come. So that's how the enthusiasm builds. Everybody seeing one another, we all reinforce each other's enthusiasm. And then we will be there for all the events, programs. If people see that one by one they are pulling out, sadhus are sitting with their laptops in their own rooms. And Prabhuji's Matajis, they think the temple is only for the brahmacharis. They don't come. And the temple hall is empty, like a football ground. Nobody, large arati is going on, there is no one to sing, no one to dance. And that is why you will find in places like Vrindavan, there are temples built by many sejis, rich people. And they don't have anyone to perform aratis, anyone to sing or dance. So they put a machine, ting, tong, tong. You've seen that? They put machines like that. Do we want ISKCON to be like that? Think about it. Actually, Prabhupada said Krishna temple means it should be run by the devotees. On the other hand, go to the Krishna Balram temple. There's a big competition for the morning program. There's no place to stand there. That's how Prabhupada wanted our temples to be. It should be thronged by hundreds and thousands of devotees who will occupy. In fact, we should feel a shortage of space. When we made the temple in Pune NBCC, I was telling that the crowd will be so much that it's better to make gallery for the Matajis in the top. I only told them to make galleries. But then morning program, we see many houses have come near, but people are not able to come. Which is more important? Bringing house near is important, or bringing devotees to temple is important? Yeah, isn't it? So, okay, now let us say the positive things now. Don't get shocked with so many things. The transformative power of rising early. What are the advantages of early morning program? Your divine servant is here. Some practical empowering tools of it's not waking up early. It is trading sleep for energy. That's a very interesting thing to say, isn't it? Please read, one of you read that. Who has the mic with it? Read that. Yeah.
The sleep we get before midnight is the most rejuvenating. The Vedic science of timing is precise. Waking up early during the Brahma Muhurta, the hour before sunrise, connects us to a mode of goodness and clarity. Practical benefit. You trade 1 hour of restless, low quality sleep for a powerful charge of spiritual energy that will sustain you throughout the day, making you more focused and less stressed at work.
Yeah. So, actually, we have to decide whether I want to drag on with my sleep or get up and shine. So, you will see that there are two types of pleasures the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna mentions. Like, for example, continue to lie down in the bed with the drool in the mouth, lying this way, lying that way. That kind of pleasure is what. And then cover yourself with a big blanket, looking that it's fog outside, it's foggy, it is still cold, the whole world is sleeping. So that pleasure is called tamaguni pleasure. And throw away the blanket, rise, put on the light, take a bath, wear tilak in 12 parts of the body. come for the arati, dance. That is sattvic pleasure, Shuddha sattvic pleasure. So we have the opportunity. And one is a lower taste, one is a higher taste. So Prabhupada says happiness, even a pig is happy in the ditch and eating stool. So we are not talking of any kind of happiness, we are talking of spiritual happiness. What is that famous verse? Tapo divyam putraka yena sattam shuddhye jasmat brahma satyam tu anantam. You want ananta sukham or kshanik sukham? You want temporary pleasure, that is momentary pleasure is a tamoguni pleasure. But Vishnu Sattva pleasure will be everlasting, amritam. That's what he is saying here. Trade is 1 hour of restless low quality sleep. For example, somebody has to catch a flight. He extended his sleep a little bit in the morning, and by the time he went to road, traffic was heavy, he lost the flight. Which is it better or get up little early, tolerate the, little bit of tiredness, and then put yourself in the car. In the car, you can relax if you want. Then once you reach the airport, when you catch the flight, then you will be able to do your work. I read the second one. It's
your daily system reboot. Just as you restart a computer to clear its bugs and make it run smoothly, the morning program reboots your consciousness. It clears the clutter of yesterday's anxieties and prepares a clean, peaceful slate for the new day. You face challenges with a fresher, more resilient mind.
Yeah. See exactly what happens. Mirror, the example given, the mirror is covered with dust. You can't see your face, but if you have a wet cloth, you wipe it, then you see your face, isn't it? In the same manner, if you take a snapshot of anyone's mind in the early morning hours, it's completely diffused with so many past worries and future fears, innumerable worries and plans and everything in the mind, cluttered mind. When you sit to chant and hear the sound, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. You're trying to withdraw the mind from that clutter and orient the mind in one direction. Like we say, Vyavasayatmika Buddhir, Ekeha Pranandana. That's what he's saying. Clear the clutter of yesterday's anxieties and prepare a clean, peaceful state for the new day. So, in this way, it is like a restart a computer. Sometimes, how many of you know in computer we do refreshing right now? If something is not working properly, what do? Refresh, because it keeps hanging repeatedly. Then you refresh. Yeah. So here it will get muted. So it gets refreshed. When you refresh, then it runs properly. Isn't it? Like that's what he's saying. Restart, and then it's like filling your tank before the long journey. Would you start a cross-country trip with the empty gas tank? Think about it. You're going to drive 2,000 miles or 3,000 miles. You have to, fill up the tank with gas. Similarly, it's a premium for the soul. It ensures you don't run out of gas by afternoon, collapsing into frustration and negativity. So, there is one famous verse in the Bhagavatam. Shroto Ganastamaranam Bhajavasudeva. What is that famous verse? Shroto Ganastamaranam Bhajavasudeva. In that verse, no, not that one. Shroto Ganastamaranam Bhajavasudevam. Find out what is the beginning of the verse. Not that verse. So in that verse, Prabhupada says, just like the waves of the ocean are constantly arising and settling in the same manner, the Rajoguna, Tamaguna are great menace even for Jnanis. Yat pada pankaja balasha vilasha bhaktya karma shayam gritam udgratayanti santaha tadman narikta matayo yatayo piruddha shroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam. That's a verse. Yat pada pankaja, Prabhupada says, Yat pada pankaja palasha vilasa bhaktya means if somebody places a tulasi leaf mixed with chandan in the lotus feet of Krishna and bows down one's head, what happens to the devotee? He becomes a palasha vilasa bhaktya. He starts delighting in devotional service. Karma shayam kratitam udgratayanti. All his karmic bondage is cut to pieces. Tadvan narikta matayo yatayo piruddhas. People who are rikta mataya means impersonless. The impersonless are not able to cross over the difficulties and challenges of this world. They are repeatedly tossed by the waves of this different troubles of material existence. Whereas a devotee of the Lord rises above it very easily. Shroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudeva. Those who are Vasudeva Bhaktas, by taking shelter of Lord Vasudeva, they can rise above it. So I will put it in very simple words, the meaning of this verse. If you are in a helicopter, if helicopter stoops down, it's going to be battered by the waves. If helicopter is up, it will not be battered. Those who come for the morning program, they will be like those who are flying up above the waves. And those who don't take advantage of the morning programs, then the daytime chanting and spiritual activities become like a helicopter battered by the waves. If you don't want to be battered by the waves of the Rajaguna, Tamaguna in the day, then one has to rise early. That's the whole point. So it's ultimate act of self-preservation. Morning program is the one time you do something exclusively for yourself, your eternal self, real eternal self. It's an act of compassion and intelligence. It's a compassion for yourself first. They say, no, in the aeroplane also they say, first you take the oxygen mask on your nose, then you can put it for your child. So my spiritual survival is non-negotiable. That's the point. So this is called soulish. We all have to be, first of all, soulish. If you are soulish, then only we can do good to the world. Let us see how Srila Prabhupada was soulish. Instead of using the word selfish, I am saying soulish because the soul has to be taken care. Like you see, Srila Prabhupada first 45 years of, what do you call it? Lifetime in preparation. He did preparation. He took all the Acharya's commentary, he read, and then he wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam, first 4 volumes he wrote, isn't it? And he also he stayed in Rup Sanatana's Samadhi, and then he daily prayed and, gathered the blessings. Then he went to Advaita Bhavan. There also he met, Pujari was watching that somebody is coming regularly to pray and chant many, many rounds, isn't it? Yeah. Then he went to, putting himself in Vrindavan, he was going to Delhi to print Back to Godhead magazines. This is how he gradually started. He prepared many years. And then he is crossing the ocean and coming to America. Then he's giving out to the whole world. So, Prabhupada was a faithful practitioner and a powerful preacher. So we want practicing preachers and preaching practitioners. Practicing preacher means he not only preaches but also practices. If you don't do the morning program, the weekend you say, please come and attend my class. What will you give in the class? Because they are not practicing. They will ask, if you don't have so much taste to come in the morning and chant and dance, what are you trying to give us? They will ask. Correct, no? They will ask. And if they find you, because your word should speak so loud that they should say, you can't hear what you say. You don't need anything. Simply your example is good enough, they would say. So we have to set an example. That's called as a practicing preacher. And preaching practitioner means some people are very good practitioners, but they don't preach. But if they preach, that will be very effective. They should not be just saving themselves. Maunam charanti vijane naparartha nishtha. Prahlad says, don't be taking care of yourself. Also do something for the world also. So many souls are suffering. That's why we need preaching practitioners, practicing preachers. So these are the spiritual benefits. I have given some examples, real examples I have given. Here if you see here is these are the 3 benefits shown here. Direct access to Brahma Muhurta potency. See, there is a young devotee in New Jersey. He got up at 4 a.m. despite working late shifts. But within weeks his japa transformed. What he says about japa? He says, chanting in golden silence. And he didn't feel that he is fighting with the mind. His spiritual hunger deepened, and then he says, I don't just wake up early, I wake up to Krishna, he says. So some of these are real life experiences devotees have spoken. Here, see the second one, you see, enhanced absorption in japa and kirtan. There is a Grihastha devotee in Chicago, committed to attending Mangalarti daily for 1 Kartik month. See, the entire year has 12 months, correct now? But 1 month he decided, let me get up early and attend the morning Mangalarti. Then the devotee's realization was, it was effortless and sweet. And his kirtan participation shifted from mechanical japa kirtan to meditative. Now his teenage son, seeing that the mother and father have changed so much, he also joined now. So many parents are complaining that children are not becoming serious. First you have to check whether they are also serious. So when they become serious, then children also follow, he says here. So it became effortless and sweet. We all would like to perform our bhajan in an effortless and sweet manner, correct? No? So how he did that? By whole Kartik Mandi practice. And another one, it gives you connection to Guru and Parampara. A brahmachari in Alachua shared that attending the morning program daily, he felt that I am plugged into the Parampara. And he could see Prabhupada's instructions are not some old history printed in the books. He saw it as a living guidance, like that. So he also started feeling a strong connection with Diksha Guru, and it became deepened, and he felt more aligned with the mood of Seva, he says. So these are all realizations of devotees I have put together here, which means it's not that we are talking some theory from the books. Those who are sticking to this, what are the three advantages I said? Direct access to Brahmamurta potency, waking up, you experience the chanting golden silence. And secondly, enhanced absorption in japa and kirtan. So it became effortless and sweet, absorbing. Thirdly, stronger connection to Guru and Parampara. You feel you live wire, like a live wire. You feel connection to Prabhupada and Guru plugged into Parampara. You feel very confident now. Similarly, there are also mental and emotional benefits, you see. Clarity. A software engineer in Seattle, he began chanting before sunrise. And what he says, I stopped reacting to life, I started responding. Which means actually your speech and behavior during the day is very much dependent upon how you were dependent and desperately calling out the holy name in the morning. There's a direct connection, he's saying. Similarly, sense of victory and purpose. There's a college student in Toronto. He vowed that I may not be able to come daily, but 3 times a week I will come for Mangalarati. So on those days, he says, I feel like winning the day before it begins. When you get up in the morning, his productivity increased, and in this way, he both in studies and sadhana, he became very confident and purposeful, you see. Similarly, protection from distraction, you see. Here is another example of devotee from LA. The devotee was sharing that when he skipped the morning program, immediately he saw that the phone and social media dragged him. Immediately. When he attended the morning program, those distractions lost their grip. That means Maya's grip on us reduces when we do the morning program. It keeps Maya out. Krishna in, Maya out. And what are the community benefits? It builds trust and camaraderie between the devotees. You all come together, chant, dance together. Devotees develop Preeti Lakshanam. It inspires others by the example of senior devotees are so enthusiastic, so others will also come. It strengthens the temple culture, you see. Here only, see, this is a story from Boston Temple. A small group of devotees began a japa circle at 5 a.m. You have to find out who is it. And over time, the bond deepened. They began sharing realizations, helping each other. This is information about BYs which started some years ago. So they started staying and they started the japa circle. They came for the morning, 5 o'clock, and the bond deepened. Of course, they all passed out and went to different places. So the next batch of devotees should do that also, correct now? So one of the boys was saying, we became a spiritual family. We are helping with each other in the challenges, and we are doing seva together. See, and inspiring others. For example, one senior devotee in Houston quietly attended Mangalarati daily without fanfare, secretly. Then his consistency inspired younger devotees. They started joining and feeling the energy, you see. Morning crowd doubled. Not because of preaching, because of presence and example, you see. And then last one, the strengthening temple culture. Vrindavan temple once had dwindling morning attendance. A few devotees started committing, let us make the morning program stronger. So they started coming and singing with the heart, and the deities became pleased and blessed everybody. Within a month, the whole atmosphere changed, and Kirtan became vibrant, and even the pilgrims were chanting and dancing happily. What was the pujari saying? Temple is breathing again. These are real stories, how devotees are. So socially it is helpful, like we have said about how the community gets better. Socially it is everybody is inspired, and personally also individual benefits. So these are all spiritual benefits. Keep in mind. One more class we will do on Monday. Half an hour I'll conclude the topic. Okay. Thank you all very much. Any questions you have? Where should we send it?
Yesterday they had given.
Monday and Tuesday also we have. Yesterday some questions are there. I will answer it on Monday. So if they want to put questions, where can they put it?
Chat they can put. I will.
You can put it in the chat. Here also you'll take it.
In the chat I will.
So you can put the questions in the chat. I'm going to answer it on Monday and Tuesday also. 2 mornings I have. Half an hour, and I'll complete it. Okay. I have a little more notes to complete. Yeah. And I'm going to answer it. You can put it in the chat. Still the conch blows, you can take questions. Okay, so Shimpu, one question.
This very important point that I was saying that morning when the things go well, then by afternoon we don't run out of gas. But in my case, many times I see, even if I feel roughly that morning it has went well, at least by evening I run out of gas. So,
then you'll have to take a little more gas then. After the morning program. One of the reasons is the morning program sometimes is not effectively done. Correct now? Now you're chanting in the temple hall instead of chanting anywhere out. That makes a very big impact also. When chanting with devotees. Many times our mood gets out in case we had a little strain with somebody, correct or not? So therefore I think it's an ongoing thing, ongoing progress. But we do it consistently over time, it will have a very profound effect. There are 2 hands up. Quick. Please ask the question, Bharat Prabhu. Till the conch blows, I can answer. Please go ahead. I think we are muted.
what is the quality?
It's written here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Dhanavat, please tell me, yeah.
So my question is that
Here the question is here. What are the qualifications for chanting Shuddhanam? Is it through personal endeavor like sincerity and chanting attentively, also knowing Sambandha Gyan, your servant, and the spirit souls part and parcel? First, we should aspire for Namabhas. Let us avoid the aparadhas and chant helplessly, desperately, chant inoffensively, and come to Namabhas and let the clearing start of the mind. And then when we get more and more purified, our service attitude will increase also eventually. And when Lord is very pleased, He will bless us with Shuddhana. Yeah. If there's one more question. Tanisha Tipra Mataji. I live away from my home in college hostel. Prabhuji, when there is a change of place, I am not able to wake up early in the morning and perform my morning sadhana. Prabhuji, in my hostel also there is negative environment. All of my batchmates are of material mindset in this situation. How I make spiritual advancement? I think you can connect to the Mangalarti of some temple, I think. Morning Mangalarti. In America also it comes here, like Mayapur and Vrindavan come in India.
Yes.
America also they... But it will come in the daytime, it will come. In the morning time you won't get.
Mayapur TV it comes.
Early morning?
Yeah, many temples.
Here, according to America time also. EST? Boston also has it? Boston goes in this thing. Our Boston temple is putting also, they are saying. Okay, find out. Because we can take support of the online artis in your hostel also when you are there in your own room.
Dallas, San Diego, Vrindavan.
See, here is one more point. I with, there is Celia Markey. See, I with morning program notice confidence and resilience increase. I live alone, but I am doing best through virtual association. Looking forward to visiting temples for association boost. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the excellent presentation for this sage reminders. Okay, good. That's a very nice real realization from a person attending the classes coming. Wonderful. And Prabhuji, my sadhana goes 1 week. It's good and 1 week dull. So how we can have steady sadhana and morning program? You can hear a lecture called Consistency. You can just put in YouTube Radheshyamdas Consistency. There are 3 lectures on that we have spoken. Consistency in sadhana is 1 lecture. We were speaking to students on the same. Okay, here is one question. Shivaram Krishna was asking, if you are not able to attend morning program, can we attend it online? Yes. If you are not able to attend in the temple, attending online is all right. It's better than not attending. Will it give same benefit, you're saying? How will you smell the flowers offered to the Lord? How will you eat the prasadam? And how will you embrace the devotees or dance with devotees online? How can you ask it's the same benefit? Some benefit you will get. Attitude certainly matters. Attitude matters. If your attitude is like Manas, that Pujari, what's his name? Manasa Puja he did like that. Then we'll get the same benefit. Now conch has blown, we will meet on Monday morning, okay? Same time in Psalm 15. Shri Prabhupada ki